Okay, so this video here is gonna be kind of looking at this idea of, if you're tight in certain muscles like your pectorals and you're trying to work on strengthening the backside muscles, that tightness is gonna create a lot of resistance and probably gonna cause some compression and pain in the joints and overstress, overstrain of like the rotator cuff muscles. So we don't wanna try to strengthen these guys back here that are already weaker and maybe already overstretched and at a disadvantage, because you're just gonna put more stress and strain and pain into them and maybe even injury. So I wanna be careful of that. So what we wanna do is train the front muscles or the tighter muscles, whatever they may be, to give so the other ones can take. So we wanna first work eccentrically in those muscles, meaning we're engaging those muscles, coming down into the tightness. And then as I use my other arm here to guide it back. So it's like a tug of war, but pushing instead of pulling. Done some other videos like this in the past, but just kind of thinking about that dynamic of those shoulders. And so you can just laying down on your back if you need more stability, or even up against the wall. Maybe just be careful if you're going back too much here, you'll hit the wall. But I'm gonna push my hip back so I'm kind of forward. So that way I can kind of lift up and twist and not get too much into it, so I can go more. Wherever you're restricted, right here, you can allow your body to move somewhat with it, but keep that tension. So in this hand, I'm tensioning down and across, letting my other hand win, but I'm keeping tension. So I'm training those muscles to release and let go to get that range first and foremost, before I then go and strengthen. So I could, use a weight or a band or something after I do that, but it's like, you could stretch, but what you really want is you want to train those muscles not to engage so much, or to train them more specifically to allow to operate and maintain tension, but adjust the tension like dental floss back and forth. You don't want to like let go, be all or nothing on one side or the other. It's much better if you can adjust that tension back and forth. So I'm gonna tighten and shorten those muscles like my pectorals there, and then I'm gonna train them to lengthen. So it's an active stretch is what we're kind of doing here, but we're really getting a more of a complete range of motion through the vantage point of that, or focus of those muscles there. Then we can add the weight or band or something. And so now you're gonna pull back using the opposite muscles to strengthen them. And then ideally we wanna be able to go back and forth between the two, or have that tension balance throughout. And that's gonna give you a much more complete and adaptable, and hopefully less painful and less problematic skill set or ability set to move through those ranges.